Testing, testing. That was a wild ride. Okay, looks like the mic's gonna work. I think what I'm gonna do, just so anybody's aware of it, I it's easier on my hardware. What I've started doing is I've started recording the streams. I record the gameplay, and then I don't have to focus on talking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that recording on the stream, and that'll free me up to focus more on the talking. And I think I'll do a better job of both. I'll do a better job of playing, and I'll do a better job of hosting the stream. And if you don't like it, I ask you to bear with me because until I've got better hardware, this is, I think, the best I can do. Because I've had it too many times where the hardware I'm running just fucks up because I'm running too much software at one time, and for whatever reason, the the Xbox companion software that I need to actually get the game on the computer so I can stream it properly, that and the OBS software, and I have gone down to Stream Elements, which is supposed to be the lightest footprint on your CPU, and it's just too much some days for the CPU. It should be the same every day, but it isn't because I'm running with shitty hardware, and this is just the best I can do. So I think this is going to be better. And then if I ever do upgrade, if the consensus is either from my observation or feedback I get, I will go back to try and doing live games. But there's just I've had too many days where something isn't working right on the computer. That just happened the other day. I ended up having no stream on Tuesday because despite my best efforts, I could not get this fucking piece of shit to work. I just could not. And hey, what's up, biker? And so that's what I'm going to be trying to do now. But I think it might make the streams better. I'm kind of hoping. And but I think what I'm going to do is since the game is moving a little slow at the beginning, I'm just going to get the game started and I will sing because I don't have to focus on playing. Now, I am currently playing around with the settings because since I'm not trying to stream it and play it at the same time, I think it's less of a load on there. So I've actually been kind of turning up the settings to get a higher quality stream. And I might have to dial it back down, but I'm giving it a shot. And then I've got two videos because I had to break it up. I can't play that long at one time. And Biker was streaming in between these anyways. But the first one I'm playing it at like I think 1.5 times speed, and I think it'll cut down on the lagginess. It'll make it. I think it'll mask the lagginess and make it look a little smoother. But it isn't going to take as long to play because it was like 80 minutes worth of footage. And so it's going to be less than that. And then I'm going to slightly speed up the second one, and it'll take closer to its actual time. But again, I'm mostly speeding it up to kind of mask the lagginess and hopefully make it look a little better. But here's the game. Now, this first session is basically going to be a mining session. Mostly sand, and I think I go get some trees. Hey, what's up, Wiresmith? I don't know if I sang this one before, and if I did, I apologize. I can't remember if I did, but I kind of like this song anyways. But the song I'll be doing tonight is Mr. Jones by the Counting Crows. If there's younger people out there, you might have heard your parents listening to this. This was kind of a 90s hit. La 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 la. Uh-huh. Down in New Amsterdam. Staring at this yellow-haired girl, Joan strikes up a conversation with this black-haired flamenco dancer. She dances while her father plays guitar. She's suddenly beautiful. I want something beautiful. I wish I was beautiful. Hell, I'd settle for singing decent. It's down to the morning. Sha la 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 la. Oh, Maria, show me some of them Spanish dances. Pass me a bottle, Mr. Jones. Believe in me. Help me believe in anything. 'Cause I want to be someone who believes. Yeah, Mr. Jones and me tell each other fairy tales. Stare at the beautiful women. She's looking at you. Oh, no, no, she's looking at me. Not the bright light. Yeah, I'm trying to find my range here. Everybody loves you. You can never be alone. Paint my picture. Paint myself in blue, red, black, and gray. All of the beautiful colors are very, very meaningful. Yeah. Gray is my favorite color. I felt so symbolic yesterday. If I knew Picasso, I would buy myself a gray guitar and play Mr. Jones and me. Look into the future and stare at the beautiful women. She's looking at you. I don't think so. She's looking at me. Okay. Saw them live for winning tickets on the radio. Oh man, you were bummed with the show? Okay, you gotta explain that. We're all waiting, Biker. You gotta explain what was wrong with the show. What happened? Oh, that kind of sucks when they phone it in. I never saw the Counting Crows. First concert I ever went, I'll give you a little bit of history here, and like I'll do what I was gonna do later. It's gonna be a long stream. And just so you guys know, like I'm basically the ziggurat that I'm building. It's that big ugly structure you can see there. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna get done before this season. Okay, Rob Thomas wasn't part of Counting Crows, was he? I'm asking. I really don't know. I thought he was part of, yeah, Matchbox One. That was Counting Crows. Oh, wait a minute. Counting Crows and Rob Thomas must have been together. Okay, okay, I got you. I was like, I'm, I'm like downshifting. Like, wait a minute, what did I miss? I'm reading through the comments. I'm like, what did I miss? What did I miss? I'm like, and this isn't, oh, okay. Yeah, because I like the Counting Crows, but I grew up more in the 80s. So the 90s, I liked the stuff, but I know the 80s bands better. And I'm still not like an expert on all the crap going on. But yeah, I'm basically going to dig up the surrounding area. I need the material to build with, anyways. And that's what I'm working on here. I'm just doing a stream. But yeah, it looks like it's a lot less laggy because it's jumping around. I got it running a little bit faster. This might actually work. I'm not kidding you. The graphics on this stream, I think I'm going to keep doing this. And then if I get better equipment, I might try doing live again because I would prefer to do live. But I mean, like, all the indications on OBS. I've got green lights for the stream. CPU isn't maxed out. I'm not dropping any frames. I mean, this is like a good thing here. This is absolutely a good thing here. And first concert I ever went to, it was Pink Floyd, Camp Randall, Wisconsin, 1988. It was right after I graduated high school. Yeah, I'm that fucking old. I graduated in '88, and it was the best concert. It kind of ruined me for other concerts because it was literally the best concert I've ever gone to. And you gotta, I mean, Counting Crows, I don't know what year you went to it, but they were not as old of a band as Pink Floyd was. These motherfuckers, as far as I can tell, do not understand the concept of phoning it in. They brought that shit. They're, God, I can't think of the group. They're the group that did Blister in the Sun and some of the other ones. There was a live performance of theirs I heard. I didn't see it, but I heard it. And they made a thing about how that band brings all their fucking equipment on the stage. And they were basically talking about how these guys don't phone it in. It was the I can't think of the this has been I've had a good day, but this is not exactly a great functioning day. But no, Pink Floyd, the laser show was excellent. The performance was excellent. Everything about it was excellent. The place was packed. It almost felt like going to a fucking Packers game. I mean, that's how bad it was. And like, there were these, and no, I don't mean any offense by it. I'm just trying to accurately describe the situation. So if you see anything pejorative about this, it's not intended. It might be being received, but it's not intended to be perceived that way. But there were these hardcore bikers that, I mean, they were good people, don't get me wrong, but there were these hardcore bikers that were sitting behind us. And I mean, these guys looked like they could have been extras in a Clint Eastwood movie. I mean, that's how authentic they looked as bikers. They were really nice people. They didn't cause any problems, and they were fucking smoking. They were smoking pot. In fact, this was Madison, Wisconsin. This was 1988. This was before any states had legalized it, even medicinally. There were people smoking pot in pretty much every direction. So no matter which way the wind blew, you were getting like a contact high from the crowd. That was what was going on, and nobody was giving a fuck. The Sergeant Stadenko was not anywhere nearby. Nobody was busting Cheech and Chong. It was a pretty good night. And then a helicopter went by. A helicopter went by, and I think it was filming the concert. I don't know if it was news or part of the concert thing, but these bikers behind us just yelled up, "Buy a ticket, you cheap fucks!" And everybody was cracking up. And it was just a really good time. And then, yeah, and that I got some timers set up. I did do a little bit of work over the weekend, mostly like Sunday night, Monday, but over the weekend I did a little bit of work. And if somebody does, I'll do it in a minute. I'm trying to break these things up into like 10-minute segments so I can break them up into highlights and put them on YouTube for my Lag City page, and then the raw feed I'll put up on Lags or AFKC Raw. But since you brought this up, it's actually a good story for this. Then I ended up working security. And don't get too big of a hard on for it. It was pretty much, I could have worked in concessions. They had three different types of people. Security was one. You could have worked the food vendors, and I can't remember what the third one was. But basically, they hired everybody, and me and some friends, we went over there to work security. And I mostly went. Some of the people I went with, they went there to actually hurt people. And I did hurt some people, but I mostly went there to see free concerts. That was the main reason I went, And I gotta say, I think the best concerts I got to see while I was working was we got to see The Who. I think that was the first year. And it was either the first or second year we got to see the Stones. Those were absolutely the best. Some of the other bands I might like now, but some of the bands that were there, I didn't really, wasn't really my cup of tea at the time. Like there was one guy, I can't remember what, I don't think he was there with a band. I think it was one of those things like Ozfest where, I don't think it was Ozfest, but it was something like Ozfest where they brought in all these like top guys for one big concert event. And the one guy that was there, this would have been the last year I worked. Pretty sure this would have been the last year that I worked. Not the first year or the first 2 years we were inside. And then the last year that we worked, whether it was, this has been a while, I honestly don't remember, but it was either the second or the third year, whatever the last year we were there, they hired these steroid induced monsters, RTM. We were told it stood for really tough men, and these guys were the biggest fucking candy asses I've ever seen in my life. But they hired these steroid monsters to work the inside security. And I can kind of understand why they did it, because some of the people that were in there as security were just fucking worthless. I'm not going to go into a lot of the stories on it because I'm trying to keep this to under 10 minutes because it wasn't the focus of the stream tonight. But when I find a good topic, I'm going to run with it. And, but the one year, would have been the last year, I'm pretty sure, because we were outside. Uh, he was like the son of one of the Led Zeppelin guys, and I can't think of his name, but I think he was a guitarist or something like that. I basically had to be a human barrier between him and some fucking. He was either drunk or on something. He was not. He was in a chemically induced state. Let's just put it that way. And that guy was so fucking cool and laid back, but nobody had to tell me. I just did it instinctively. This guy was basically approaching the dude. Okay, I had to add that one. There's a way to do it. I gotta basically put you on the approved list so that doesn't happen too much. The moderator blocked that, and then I had to basically approve it. Because you're not gonna do anything bad. I've got to find out how to put you on the, yeah, I gotta put you on there because I really don't want the word junkie to be approved because some people are gonna use it bad. But the way you used it, it's better than some of the stuff I'm gonna say. So yeah, I made sure that got allowed. And but I had to stand in between that guy because I don't know what this guy was not making a whole lot of sense. And that guy was standing there. He was able to ignore him because I was in a lot better shape than what I am now. A lot healthier. Didn't have any manufactured problems by some of the shit bags I worked with. But when he got ready to leave, he's just like, "Hey, he goes, hey, buddy, just look out. I'm going to take off now." He made sure that, a lot of people wouldn't have given a shit. But he made sure I was okay when he took off. And but that guy, once he realized he wasn't getting past me, he didn't try anything. Like I said, he was just out of it. The only cool story I'm going to add to this, and it'll probably come up again if I ever turn this into a subject of the stream. But one night we were there, and this again would have been the last year we worked there. This was also the year I got my, wasn't really a fake ID. It was somebody else's, but it looked like me and he was using it inappropriately. So somebody snagged it. I did not do this. I received it, but I didn't do it. But one of the guys we worked with confiscated an ID because he was letting his underage friends get in. And I ended up using that for a couple of years until I actually became 21. I think I had less than a year to go. And then I passed it on to somebody that I drank with at my buddy's college. And I don't know if he ever used it, but it was good for another 6 months or a year. And, but anyways, we, oh God, it was a night that I think it was one of the boy bands, might have been New Kids on the Block. Well, they were there, and the people in the band, like the aforementioned son of one of the Led Zeppelin guys, they were allowed to use the four-wheelers, the ATVs. They were on loan from the ski lodge. There was a concert hall and a ski lodge. It used to be one thing, but they had been split up over the years. Well, there were some agreements between the two, and one of the things was the concert hall would just basically rent the ATVs from the ski lodge, and then they got money in the summer when there wasn't so much skiing going on. It was a symbiotic relationship. Well, when you're the one of the singers in New Kids on the Block, there really isn't too much identifiable difference between you riding around in an ATV from the ski lodge and some asswipe who was there for the concert riding around on an ATV. And somebody who worked for the ski company was basically yelling at this kid to give because he thought it was somebody that had stolen it. He had no idea it was a member of the band because, like me, I'm sure this guy didn't listen to New Kids on the Block. Well, instead of being a mature adult like the one I was dealing with, like, hey, buddy, I'm going to take off, make sure you don't get run over, that kind of shit. He's running around flipping this guy off, being an asshole. Well, the dude ended up fucking clotheslining him right off the ATV. We heard about this. We didn't get to see it. But he clotheslined the dude right off the ATV. It was one of the fucking band members that just fucking took him out. Well, anyways, but yeah, so there's my concert story. Oh, and then the other thing, and I'm gonna try and I don't know if I'm even gonna put this on YouTube, but this will be part of the original 10-minute segment or 15. But my understanding is the metrics for YouTube, it needs to be at least 10 minutes for it to count. So I'm trying to make sure that these I do segments that are at least 10 minutes long. They can go over, but if I put like an 8-minute video up there and a whole bunch of people decide to watch it, if it happens, I would like to get credit for it towards my channel rank or whatever it is. These anti-government nuts that I watch, there is a guy named Eric Brandt, and he started out as what they would call a sovereign citizen. He's an anti-government nut, and I found footage. It was like from a local news station in Colorado. A bunch of his friends got arrested for what they call paper terrorism. They were filing fake liens on judges, prosecutors, police, other government officials that basically were holding them accountable. And it's a tactic. And these sovereign citizens, it's a term that's been used since at least the 1960s, but it's anti-government people. They feel for whatever reasons the laws don't apply to them. And then what they do is they set up their fake courts. And they had one guy in Florida. He was running around as a personal attorney general. He ended up going to jail for that. Well, him and his friends were doing these fake liens. And so when people would go to sell a car or a house or whatever, they'd find out that there was like millions of dollars worth of liens on the property. They wouldn't be allowed to sell it. And it would actually take time, money, and effort to get this stuff cleared up because apparently anybody can go and do this shit. It's not legal. It's been called paper terrorism, but it bunch of his friends went to jail, and the news report I saw, it basically mentioned him by name, and they sounded surprised that Eric Brandt was not among those indicted because the one guy had been sentenced to like decades in jail for what he did. I think these were federal judges that they did this shit to. And but these guys were going to, the one guy was sentenced to like decades. He'd been found guilty. I think he fought it, was found guilty. And there were 7 or 8 other ones who had been indicted, and they sound surprised that he wasn't. And sometime after that, this guy quit being a sovereign citizen. He became what they would call a First Amendment auditor. And that means he basically goes around with a camera, harasses people, and then puts it on YouTube for money. And then every time they get arrested, they beg for lawyer fees and all the other bullshit. Some of them actually have begged for people to give them money so they can travel around with their camera and be assholes. There's one guy in California. He was. I mean, these guys weren't even sometimes harassing government. They were harassing like libraries, going around filming kids. I mean, just some sick people. I mean, they're mentally unstable, not very good. But there was a guy in California. He started fucking with because I think he got thrown out of. I think he got thrown out of too many government buildings, and it wasn't working. He started getting thrown out of Scientology buildings because they weren't putting up with his bullshit. So he started fucking with trucking companies. And right on live stream, he goes, "Oh yeah, this place is a CIA front. These guys are not mentally stable." Well, Eric, uh, for the most part, acted like a cult leader. He would usually encourage other people to go out and fuck around. They would basically, these guys would break the law, film it, and putting it on YouTube. I mean, you might as well leave a urine sample at the crime scene while you're doing that. And he usually had other people that would do it. He very seldomly got into trouble himself. He would encourage others. Well, some of his friends went to jail, and this was either last year or the year before. They went to jail, and so he decided to record himself calling a judge's office and telling the judge's clerk that he hopes that somebody blows the judge's brains out all over his kids or grandkids. And he was really hoping that that would happen. And there was another case where I don't know if the court case went against him, but he literally put up on TV, and this made it to the news, where he basically goes, "Yeah, this just happened. Judges are not accountable. This is why I am now calling for the random shooting of judges." And he goes, "And by all means, keep shooting cops." But he goes, "I'm calling for the random shooting of judges. Since I'm calling for random judges to be shot, I'm not targeting anybody. This is covered by this is First Amendment protected free speech." And there were some legal experts said, "Yeah, maybe it is, but just barely." And they did try to prosecute him for that. But when he actually called the judge's office, and then again, if he hadn't have put it up on YouTube, it might have been harder for him to prove the case. But he actually put it up on YouTube. And so he's been fighting it in court. And he's like a lot of these other ones. "Well, I'm not going to take a deal. I'm not." Well, apparently, I'm going to watch the rest of it later, but Masshole Reports has it. He is pleading guilty to the federal charges. So that fucking scumbag is going to spend a little bit of time in the popo, and he will not be society's problem for a little bit. Um, Hopefully that'll end the first segment. Okay, where are we at on the stream? Yeah, as you can see, I'm just basically digging, opening this up, and that's pretty much this whole first stream. I'm going to be digging. Um, let's go ahead and get I don't know if this might be too much. Go ahead and join the raffle. All you got to do is type. You don't have to type an amount. Just type in raffle. I'm hoping we can pick up a couple other people. If I get to 5, I'll start trying bingo. Because I'm not going to play along with that. I want a few people in here to get that going. But I've got these things enabled. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so yeah, that hopefully, if I even put it up, that'll be the first segment. Now what I gotta do is, I hope this doesn't screw it up. I got something ready for tonight. Okay, I got another one that I was going to do on Tuesday, but I'm going to basically save that. Since tonight was April Fool's Day, I looked up the origins of it. And April Fool's Day is celebrated on April 1st every year. It's been celebrated for several centuries by different cultures, though its exact origins remain a mystery. April Fool's Day traditions include playing hoaxes or practical jokes on others, often yelling "April Fool" at the end to clue in the subject of the April Fool's Day prank. While its exact history is shrouded in mystery. The embrace of April Fool's Day jokes by the media and major brands has ensured the unofficial holiday's long life. And oh, sweet man. The I'm getting all of this off of history.com. That's the web page I found on this. And some of this stuff I'm reading almost verbatim. Uh Now, on the origin, and this segment, for however long I can stretch it out, this one here will basically be on the origin of it. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582 when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. And the Julian calendar, I think, has to do with Rome. I'm not entirely sure on that, as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563. In the Julian calendar, as in the Hindu calendar, the new year began with the spring equinox around April 1st. And so I hit something and the page disappeared. I had to bring it back up. Um, and then what they're saying is basically people who didn't, kind of like the people that have the same problem of switching their clocks from daylight savings or not. Sometimes they're like an hour off for a day. Uh, there were people that forgot to switch to the new calendar. And so the people that were slow to get the news or failed to recognize the start of the new year and continue to celebrate it during the last week of March became the butt of jokes, is what they're saying. And hoaxes and were called April Fools. The pranks back then included, this is back in like the late 1500s. These pranks including have a paper fish placed on their backs after being referred to as Poisson. I'm going to spell it because I'm probably going to get it, but Poisson Draville, April fish, Poisson D'Avril, and said that they were said to symbolize a young, easily caught fish and a gullible person. So the putting signs on people's back apparently goes back to at least the 1580s. Putting the kick me signs and other shit on there, that actually dates back a lot longer than most people probably realize. Another source for possibly April Fools is Hilaria. Historians have also linked April Fool's Day to festivals such as Hilaria, Latin for joyful, and I might be pronouncing that wrong, but it's pretty much spelled the way I pronounced it. So, and but it was celebrated at the end of March by followers of the cult of Cybele, Cybele, probably pronouncing it wrong. It involved people dressing up in disguises and mocking fellow citizens and even magistrates, and was said to be inspired by the Egyptian legend of Isis, Osiris, and Seth. Another source for it, they think, might be the vernal equinox and April Fool's Day. That's the link. It's speculation that April Fool's Day was tied to the vernal equinox or the first day of spring in the northern hemisphere, when Mother Nature fooled people with the changing, unpredictable weather. And I can't speak for the other areas, but the people that live in the Midwest and maybe the plain states, they know exactly what I'm talking about. These are the days where, we're experiencing it myself this week. People who live in my area, it was in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Like at night, it was in the 40s last week. Last night, it dropped down into the 20s. Night before that, it damn near dropped down into the 20s. Now, by the end of the week, it's supposed to be so you could go from wearing bikinis last week, maybe, or at least shorts, to being wrapped up and freezing the last couple days, and making sure you don't leave stuff in the car, that like pop, something you pick up, you might be able to leave. Well, it's going to freeze if you leave it in there over last night. So people that live in this area, at least, I think maybe mid to Northern California, they would understand it too. The weather gets really screwy this time of year. Okay. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about more on the stream, and then when I get into, I'm going to basically break that up so I can have that segment on the origins of it, and then the next segment I'm going to do, it's going to basically talk about uh, history of the April Fool's Day pranks. Some of them were pretty good. So, most of them I hadn't heard of. They were new to me. Okay, now right here, this is the Skelly spawner that I found, and it's pretty close to the surface. I want to say the actual spawner is around mid to high 50s. It might even be in the 60s. It's really close to the surface. My understanding is you usually don't see these up here, but I've already got a Skelly spawner, but I'm thinking about whether I'm going to do something with it or not. But I at least nerfed it by getting the lights on it, and I found another go. Now it wasn't a notch apple, but I did find a golden apple there, which will be used for killing villagers to give me some deliciously low trades. Okay, I think there's more things that I can do. I got to make myself a little cheat sheet for doing the streams because I have trouble remembering all the different commands that there have. But and down the road, what I should do is set up something like what Bikers got, where you can actually go to a website and actually get a list of them. Because most of them are ones that you can. I think anybody can set them off. I don't think it's limited to me and or the mods. And then the other thing I did here is I went down and did a shitload of caving. That's a normal thing I do. Anytime I'm digging, if I find caves, I tend to go and light them up because it cuts down on spawning. Uh, oh, thank you. I'll have to put that in there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I gotta basically put that in as something that we can just call up, you, me, or anybody, and then actually have a list of them. It'll have the link so people can go and look at them. I'm not gonna lie. I actually felt pretty good about everything I dug up yesterday. I really did. Okay, now the only problem I got here is I've got this thing minimized so that I'm not seeing a I think it's the reason why the stream is so much more efficient. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out because I this thing's sped up, so it's gonna get to the end of this. It's gonna get to the end of this video, and then I just basically got to switch it over. But again, thanks, Biker, for bringing that up because I wasn't sure where. I thought you made a website for that. I really did. But I was pretty happy with the sheer amount of shit that I mined up yesterday. I really was. But again, when I didn't have to focus on, entertaining the stream, it was a lot easier to just knuckle down. And I wasn't feeling great yesterday, but it was a lot easier to just do it. And then I'm kind of, it takes longer because I have to prep for the stream. but I can sit here and focus on entertaining, and I think the streams will be better this way. But the nice thing about doing these streams and then breaking them down into highlights, they're smaller bits, so I might get people to watch them and stick with them a little bit. And I can pretty much have content most of the days of the week. Maybe not every day. Oh yeah, I I'll be honest with you. If I get working equipment, I wouldn't mind going back to a live stream. I really wouldn't. And but I don't have a choice. So even if the other format was perceived to be better, I don't think I really got a choice because it was just a total shit show trying to get this thing running on Tuesday. But when I figured out that I could actually record and it worked, I'm like, oh my God, this is the way to go because then when I actually play the recording, I can actually respond to everybody in here. And I'm pretty sure that people kind of like that, where if they come in and like they come in and they can actually chat with you. I think they like it a lot. Yeah, I finally had so much sandstone. Biker was telling me that I guess BC was the one saying, well, don't convert sand into sandstone because if you just dig under the sand, you'll get sandstone. But I had to dig all this up anyways, and I really don't need that much sand. I really don't, at least not right now. But as soon as I had damn near 3 double chests full of sandstone, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start saving sand. If I want to convert it to sandstone later, I can. But hey, I don't know about anybody else, but since the last update, I have noticed that wandering traders are almost not spawning at all. I used to see them all the time on the server. I don't think I've noticed one since, and I'm online a lot. I'm AFK a lot, and it used to be when I would come on there. You know, if I would AFK for a little bit at the raid farm or elsewhere, whenever I came on, I could almost, ooh, excuse me, I could almost always find a trader somewhere, a wandering trader, and or as my anarchy friends say, a snitch. They call them snitches because you build a base in secret, and if you spend any time working there, if somebody comes by and they see like a snitch floating in the ocean, they know somebody's got a base underwater somewhere. But yeah, basically here I'm trading for emeralds, and most of the stuff on this side of the ziggurat, I can actually get the reduced. I can actually get the reduced trades. I'm trying to build infection stations throughout this thing, and I've got 2 of them hidden behind stairs, and it allows me to get certain trades like dirt cheap. And one of them is that guy up there in the villager breeder. Him and the other 2 that are part of the villager breeder, they're close enough to the infection station that I can get 1 emerald trades for carrots, radishes, wheat, pumpkins, and melons. So I can generate a fair amount of emeralds, and I don't have to take them from my raid farm right now. I I gotta be honest with you. I think this is working really good because the stream looks better than at least to me. Maybe I'm imagining it. I don't know, but it seems like the stream is better than a lot of them that I have put up on YouTube that I've had to look at so that I could comment on them or split them up. It looks sharper. Uh, Now, granted, if I wasn't speeding it up, I think it would be a little bit jerkier because I did a test on this. And the guy that was watching it, I think he sent me a message today. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. He goes, oh, I bet your streams are doing a lot better. And I go, yeah, April Fool's, man. He goes, no, what do you mean? I go, well, it's April Fool's Day. I honestly thought he was pulling an April Fool's joke. I mean, I really did. But by speeding it up, it smooths it out so you're not. Yeah, and so I'm thinking this is like a really good thing to do. this is the thing, you know, I know with you, biker, you work so hard at what you're doing, it gets frustrating, you know. But like on TikTok, I talked about this on the stream the other day. There's someone I have followed almost from the minute I got on TikTok, and I hadn't seen a video from her for a while. Well, one of her videos popped up in my For You page today, and she's on a third channel now because okay, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but you were kind of you know frustrated the other day because you did. I would be honest with you if I didn't think it was that good, but you did that one dancing video you did. I thought it was funny as shit. I liked it. I thought it was good. I have seen videos that I found far less funny. I'm not saying they weren't funny, but I found videos that I found far less funny go viral. I mean, you know, you look at them and they've already got like 5,000 likes or 3,000 likes or something like that. And you know, yours was like struggling, and I thought it was way, at least to me, it was way funnier. I don't blame you. I really don't. But like, you made the comment about, you know, well, if you're not showing boobs or anything like that, well, you know what? You got a point. You really got a point because there's a lot. Well, at least you got a little bit of cash for them before they screwed you over. I mean, at least you got a little payday out of it. But there's a lot of them that I follow on there, and it's mostly because they're hot and they're in like skimpy stuff. But most of them are also entertaining. I mean, there's a lot of them that are really hot. There's a lot of them that are just unbelievably hot. Okay, now I stalled out. I might have to reset the. Oh no, we're good. Um, but no, they some of them that are on there that are real hot. I don't end up following them. I will like their stuff. I will comment on, and but if they're not funny, I usually don't follow them because if you like them and you comment on them, you will likely see them again. You just won't see them. Okay, I hit a little bit of a lag spike here, and no, I wasn't free. You worked pretty hard for it, and but some of these girls that have been, you know, showing their goods, whatever you want to call it, um, they go through all that work. They're getting, I'm sure, more money than what you were. Well, then they basically cancel their account. They shut their thing down and then they have to start all over from scratch. And I don't know. I'm not accusing anybody of anything because I don't like to accuse people, but it just seems awful funny that that these girls who are doing the same thing day after day, you know, it's like if you go and look at day 5 and you look at day 50, they're doing the exact same thing. And then when they start getting a following and they start getting money, they're canceled, their accounts canceled for terms of service violations that never seemed to be a problem when they were free. But as soon as they were starting to get paid, now all of a sudden these violations are a big deal. That seems suspect as shit to me. And I don't think it's right, but because there was a thing on there. I was trying to figure out what the standards were because I was seeing videos of these girls complaining that they were getting shadow banned or their account got canceled and they were starting over. And then, like, right after that, I would see a video, and then these girls were wearing like skimpy outfits, push up bras, maybe bikinis, you know. And but it was a bikini that, you know, it wasn't a thong, you know, their butt was away from the camera. And then the next video that came on was one that had like 10,000 likes, and it was some chick that was wearing like dental floss. I mean, she had a thong that was pretty much non-existent because it was up the crack of her ass. Her bikini top was floss with a couple pasties in the front. She was completely shaved and her camel toe was barely covered. And she's like diving ass up into a pool and swimming, and her, you know, hot, wet, tanned ass was going. I'm just like, wait a minute, wait a minute. This is okay. They're not flagging her. They're not flagging her account. But this other girl that's just wearing short shorts, she's basically wearing Daisy Dukes and a push-up bra and a t-shirt that's probably like 4 times too small for her. that one's getting canceled. And I'm just like, look, I'm not entirely sure what the standards are, but I'm pretty sure they're not being applied evenly. They're just not. But I will keep making videos. I get into spurts. Sometimes I do better, sometimes I don't. And but I'll keep doing videos. But the main thing for me is I'm hoping to drive people to either Twitter, YouTube, or here. And if I end up getting a couple bucks here and there, I'm okay with that. But from what I'm seeing on it, I'm just not going to get my hopes up because I just don't want to get pumped up and then feel bad like what you're doing. You know, if I don't expect anything, then fine. But to me, I can completely understand you put all this work into it and then you get shit on like that. It'd leave me a little salty too. I mean, it really would. But I feel bad for the ones like you and some of the other ones that clearly are putting a lot more work into it than I'm actually able to. And then to see them get shit on like that, I don't like that a bit. I'm hoping that's at least 10 minutes of bitching and shitting on TikTok because I think that would make a good segment. It might actually get some viewing on YouTube. Yeah, I I understand that, but it's like with me, I'm doing what I can as fast as I can. You've already got like a leg up on me because you got the new setup, the new computer coming. And then if I don't do it before over the weekend, because I've already got, I might try and get on and do another one. I did like 30 minutes of Minecraft Dungeon. I'm gonna do that for the stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna do a bonus stream if I can tomorrow of Minecraft Dungeons, and then tomorrow sometime I need to get on and do some video of Jedi Fallen Order for Saturday night and get that because I really do think that I'll be able to put out at least better than what I've been doing if I do it this way, where if I tape it and then play it during the stream. Yeah, and that's the thing to keep in mind going forward. The stuff that is part of CloudBot, I think that's simoleons now, and then the stuff that is part of Stream Elements should be the cheddar. Yeah, I really felt good about this the other day. Like I said, I had to break it down, but I'll have two videos for this for tonight, and I was able to just focus on the mining, and I think it went a lot better. At least from my end of it playing, and then I can instead of trying to do two things piss poorly, I can focus on the stream. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, because again, there might be people. There's some of the videos I've got. There's one of them. 21 people watched it 21 people watched it after I streamed. So if anybody does watch this, I don't want to spoil it for them. If somebody is out there enjoying it, I really don't want to spoil it for them. But I've got some funny stuff if I can remember when it happens. I got some funny stuff coming up on the second part of this. Okay, slots is the one I couldn't remember. There was one of these. I think the gamble might have been on both too, but I knew there was one of these that was on both bots. I got to shut one of them off because I don't want people to I don't want people to basically get hit twice on when they type in a command. Hey, well, when we hit 5 viewers, don't put your sexual fantasies on me. Yeah, and the thing I like about the Stream Elements one is for when I put this over on YouTube, I'm trying to get like right now the quality is enough. I can actually sort of read the chat that's in the stream. I can read some of it. When I was trying to do this before, I could not on my tablet. I couldn't make anything out because it was so crappy. But looking at it now, I can actually read the chat that's going on in there. So I'm really happy about moving over to Stream Elements. I really am. And it seems like their overlay is not causing nearly as much lag as the Player Me one did. Pretty much when I get over to the edge of the ziggurat, that's where the mining session ends, at least for this part of it. I think on this one, I still went over and cut some trees, but I might be wrong on that. I might have done that on the next part. If I get time, I'm going to build some other stuff outside. Uh, I got to look up some ideas for it. It might not look as good in reality as it does in my mind thinking about it. Oh, hey, welcome aboard, Guma Pack. Uh, Welcome aboard. I'm gonna do a raffle now that you're here. You might have already left. I wish it would let you know when people come and go because I just noticed you there. I'm doing the best I can with the lag. It's saying I got 3 viewers, but if you're still there, please stick around. Um, there is a bit of lag. What I did was I recorded the stream ahead of time and I'm kind of talking. With the hardware I got, it's the best I can do. It's literally the best I can do, and I apologize for it, but that's all I can only work with what I got, and this is all I can afford. I can afford whatever I can borrow, beg, or steal, and I'm kind of stuck with that. But go ahead and join the raffle. All you got to do is type in. All you got to do is type in join. Okay, that I believe is the end of the video. And then the other one, now after Biker's stream the other night, I was able to get back on, and I didn't do quite as long, but I basically now have taken the resources that I mined up. Might take a minute to show up. I took the resources that I had mined up and I went and actually added on to the ziggurat. While Biker was streaming, I kind of went back to my raid farm and I was gathering resources while he was streaming. God, that those gas getting scraped across a cactus is, like, in my mind, the worst sound in Minecraft. And for any of you that are watching this, either live now or later, any love you can show me on YouTube, Twitter, follow me on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, it all helps. I can't begin to tell you how much it helps. Even if you just go there and watch one video a week or one video every other week, it's better than not watching any of it. If you go there, once a week and check out a couple videos and like them, it all helps. It really does. It really helps. Same thing with Twitter. I got to look up the mechanics on Twitter, but if you go there and like Twitter, it might help me reach other people. Because, like, if you guys go on there, it might share my Twitter with some of your friends or people that are following you. All of it helps. Not talking about a lot. You don't have to do it every minute of every day. I don't live on social media. But every little bit you can do helps me out. Yeah, Guam, I know this doesn't look great, but you can ask bikers. This is some of the best video that I've had on my stream since I've been doing it. It's the best I can do right now. If you actually knew the hardware that I was running this on, I'm basically streaming it off of a Celeron, like an old Celeron. I don't think it's even a double core. It's a single core Celeron. My understanding is I am lucky to be getting this out of this old night. It's like a half-dead hamster trying to run the NORAD facility. Basically, now I'm taking the books that I get from my raid farm, and some of them I've been using, but I've kind of saturated on the ones that I need. So I'm just going through and taking the XP, and it saved me from having to go and repair my tools quite so often. Because I would just come in here periodically and either from the vegetable trades to get emeralds, selling the books, buying the quartz, or selling these books, stripping them of their enchantments. I was actually able to repair my tools and keep going when I was digging. And now that I'm doing the stream this way, I got to keep playing with it. I might actually be able to up the I might be able to actually up the settings of what I'm recording and what I'm streaming, but right now, as long and again, I know it's not great, but this is some of the best that I've been able to get out of my equipment. I'm really happy with the way it is now. If I remember right, when I start actually building the ziggurat, you're going to get to see the, it's not complete, but you're going to be able to see the trading hall that I've got upstairs at the ziggurat, because I can go up there and I literally think I traded for about 3 stacks of quartz blocks. And that's only one side of it. But if you go to the other side, you're going to get the fancy quartz blocks. I can't remember which one they are, but it's either the pillars or the it's either quartz pillars or it's chiseled quartz. It's one of those two. It's on the other side. And because I'm flush with diamonds right now, I am buying redstone. Some of it I'm going to leave here with the villagers to trade with, the clerics, and some of it I'm going to take back and put at my raid farm for when I'm building redstone components or redstone lamps. I get a certain amount of redstone from the raid farm when it kills witches, but I'm going through it right now pretty fast, so I'm actually taking some up from here to back there. Okay, now I did a little bit on the history of April Fool's Day. Hey, we got Snowball. Thanks, buddy. April Fool's Day pranks. Again, I'm going to try and get like a 10-minute segment out of this, something I can put up on YouTube. And in modern times, people have gone, and again, if you want to get into more detail on this, I got all this off, I think, history.com. Modern times, people have gone to great lengths to create elaborate April Fool's Day hoax. Newspapers, radio, and TV stations and websites have participated in the April Fool tradition of reporting outrageous fictional claims that have fooled their audiences. And I want to throw this out there. On TikTok last night, somebody posted something. I don't think they created it, but they shared it. It looked like an official CNN story. It was either late last night or this morning. And it looked like a real story. It said that Donald Trump had been found dead in his Mar-a-Lago estate, and he was in a room surrounded by like empty McDonald's boxes, unsnorted lines of cocaine, and empty bottles of Adderall, and half-filled mason jars was what they suspected was hookers' urine. And I'm reading this, and I'm like, it was one of those things. I honestly didn't know if it was true or not. And then the one guy goes, "Hey, now that I got your attention, April Fools or whatever." And I'm like, that's pretty. I don't know if you want to say it's over the line, but my God, that is one of the harsher April Fool's Day jokes I think I've ever witnessed. Okay, now historical April Fool's Day in 1957. The BBC reported that Swiss farmers were experiencing a record spaghetti crop and showed footage of people harvesting noodles from trees. That is, according to history.com, that is a historical April Fool's Day joke. They were reporting that Swiss farmers were harvesting noodles, and they had people pulling noodles out of trees. In 1985, Sports Illustrated writer George Plimpton tricked many readers when he ran a made-up article about a rookie pitcher named Sid Finch who could throw a fastball over 168 miles an hour. In 1992, National Public Radio, NPR, just so we're clear on what it is, ran a spot with former President Richard Nixon saying he was running for president again. Only it was an actor, not Nixon, and the segment was all an April Fool's Day prank that caught the country by surprise. This is the biggest one that I think they had yet. In 1996, Taco Bell, the fast food, you know, fast food place, they duped people with an announcement that it had agreed to purchase the Philadelphia Liberty Bell and intended to rename it the Taco Liberty Bell. And in 1998, Burger King advertised the left-handed Whopper. Scores of clueless customers requested the fake sandwich. Google notoriously hosts an annual April Fool's Day prank that has included everything from telepathic search to the ability to play Pac-Man on Google Maps. But that was, like I said, it was April Fool's Day, and oh, here's another one. I've seen this one before. All the other ones were new. I hadn't heard about them. The left-handed Whopper one, I'm sorry, that had me rolling because they said people actually went in and advertised it or asked for it. For the average trickster, there's always the classical April Fool's Day prank of covering the toilet paper with plastic wrap or switching out sugar and salt. Okay, guys, I need your help on here. I don't know if he's still here. It's only telling me that I've got 4 viewers, but we had 5 people because Guam was here. So that technically makes 5. What I'm going to do is I am going to start a game of bingo, and I have no idea how to play it. My guess is you have to pick emojis. So when the bingo starts, you guys have to throw emojis up into chat, and we go from there. I don't know exactly how bingo works, but I would like to try and figure it out. So if you guys are game, give me an F in chat if you guys are on board with this, and then I'll fire it up. But I'm not going to fire it up if you guys aren't going to participate. F in chat if you guys want to play bingo. And I can't remember if I have to. I can't remember if I have to put an amount. So, but yeah, I need everybody who's playing to give me an F in chat to let me know that you are paying attention and can follow simple instructions because I'd like to see if this bingo thing works. Oh, I missed it. When I came over here, I started killing like I started killing horses and mules. I was too busy with the April Fool's thing. So I was gonna do. Okay. We got biker, and okay, Snowball did a U, so we'll go with it. Okay, hang on. As far as I know, you just have to post emotes into chat. Oh, hey, thanks for joining, man. Jump in on the bingo. It's a way to win some points, and then you can play in the other games. Thank you very much. And both of the stream bots welcomed you in, Streamlabs and Stream Elements. Hey, let me live the dream for a little bit, man. You don't have to step on the dream right away. Just let that dream live for a few minutes. I guess after the stream, we can all go to the children's ward, the children's cancel ward, and tell them that Santa Claus isn't real. You can let that dream live for a little bit. You know, you can tell me off stream. You don't have to kill it. Yeah, my understanding is that's all you have to do. Everybody who's in the stream right now, just put some emotes in there. And like, if this doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll start another one with just the Twitch emotes. Because I did all, I think that's every emote. Oh, that's actually funny as shit. Yeah, here we go. Now I'm actually building the ziggurat. I got a lot of it done. I'm trying to finish off this top layer. And then off stream today when I was on, I actually got, I pretty much got the top layer done except for some of the quartz that I was ringing it with. And I went there off stream today and I actually bought some more of the quartz, turned it into stairs, and I pretty much finished it up. So as soon as I'm ready, and I think I've actually got enough to get started, but as soon as I'm ready, I can actually go and start doing the next phase on this thing. And my, I think this might just be on my tablet. I don't know if it's freezing for you, but my stream froze just a second on the tablet, what I'm watching. We had a 6th viewer. I consider this a successful stream. I really do. We had a 6th viewer. I was hoping he'd maybe stick around for some of the games. That's the thing. I don't know if it froze for you guys or just for me, but nothing that you put up has flagged me as being inappropriate. Biker put one up where he was talking about someone. He's talking about his dad being a concert junkie. But he put in a comment about his dad being a concert junkie when he was a kid growing up, and it flagged it because of the word junkie, so I had to prove that one. Yeah, I'm going to have to go. This is why I want to test it out. We don't have a lot of people here. I need to know what I have to fix because some of the stuff I've just flipped it on. I can go back in. I'll have to go in and I think there's just one setting that I can switch off. And thing is, I don't know if are they there now? Did I actually get them in there? Biker's been timed out. See, the thing is, I can't go in there and do this because I'm pretty sure that I'm immune to all of these. Like it doesn't time me out. It doesn't ban my stuff. So I need you guys to help me out. And then as we find these glitches, I can actually go in after the stream and try and get it fixed up. Some of this stuff was on by default, and some of it I just flipped it on in a hurry. And see, you got to think, I just turned bingo on. Like bingo was like a fairly new thing, so now I know I have to go and turn the emote police off on the damn thing. I was pretty pumped about this the other day because, see, I didn't have to bullshit with anybody while I was doing it. Because this is the stuff I really like to do for the stream, is when you're building cool stuff. And this is the stuff I really like doing, but it's like, for me, when I have to try and talk while I'm doing it, same thing when I was mining for debris. When I was trying to talk while I was doing it, it was hard for me to focus on what I was doing. So this might be a blessing in disguise. I mean, it's a disguise wrapped in a shitty, decaying, old, lousy piece of computing equipment. Okay, the only ones you have to guess from are the Twitch emotes. Them are the only ones you have to guess from. I put in all, and it's, I think there's just, if we had more people, it would be, if we had more people, I think it would have been better. But for us, all you have to do is guess the Twitch emotes now. And like for right now, if you want to avoid the things, yeah. I mean, but think about it. If it's all of them, there's like a couple thousand, I think, in there. But for this one here, if you just do them one or two at a time and maybe put in a comment every now and then, it should, like, you put in the still over 200. If you just do a couple emotes, then do a comment, it might get you by the emote police until I can actually get off the stream and fix it. I will try and have that done for Saturday. Well, do the bad joke, and then we'll see if there's something I have to approve, or we'll see what see what's getting. And again, we're finding out about what it will allow and what it won't allow. You know, if we can get people in here, especially like maybe some kids, this bingo, I think, might be a good one, because this might actually keep people popping stuff into the chat. The only problem is it'll be a pain for me to try and get comments. You know, like if people are commenting and I need to see it, I might miss it. This really felt good to get this this part of the build done. It really did. You need to get bingo turned on for yours, Biker. You really do. And BC, I'm not kidding you. Everything that's on mine can be done without being an affiliate. Like you can go in, like, because I think you've got Streamlabs set up to some extent. If not, get it set up. The all the stuff that we're using now, the games, all the stuff that we're doing right now. Oh, hang on. $300 seconds. Oh my god. Yeah, bear with me on that. I might even have it fixed by tomorrow. I might do it right after the stream, but I will definitely try to have that fixed by Saturday night when you guys would be on here again. But no, Snowball, man, the all the stuff that's on mine, like even the donations page, you can set all of that up now through Stream Elements, and this is all stuff that you can run just by the bots, I think. The other one you have to set it up, and I think it will run through Twitch that way, like the donations and shit. But all these bot commands, the games and stuff, these are all run by the bots, and you can set those bots up, and then they work inside Twitch. You have to set them up. You basically have to enable them for your stream, and then all you got to do is when you're in your stream, like we're doing now, you just got to basically mod them, like Stream Elements or CloudBot or both. You just type in chat mod that bot or mod that bot, and they'll be modded and they'll be able to do this stuff. I'm not seeing anything that I need to be. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, wait, here's some more biker ones that got blocked. Oh my God, it blocked your comment that the mods are making bingo impossible. It blocked that one. Hang on, I'm going back through the chat and I'm re-enabling all this stuff. Holy cows. Oh my God, when you said that one thing was your alt account, it blocked that one after the fact. It didn't block it immediately. Okay, I kind of covered the I was actually hoping we'd have some new people. Okay, the question of the day is Dingo or Zoot? I didn't find a joke. I was like scanning through it pretty fast, just hitting links to approve stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to turn the emote police off. Because I'm not kidding you. I think this bingo will be a good thing. And then as far as I know, I think I've got it turned on. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but you can make emote pyramids, and if you make emote pyramids, you can get points for that. That's another way to gain points for the stream. Honest to God, I didn't see a joke in there. Or at least I didn't see anything that should have been banned for being, too extreme or anything. So anyways, guys, the question of the day is, would you choose Dingo or Zoot? And if you've never seen the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I'll give you the backstory on it. In the movie, King Arthur has to find the Holy Grail. Just in case there's kids on here, I really don't want anal. If it's going to block anal, I'm going to let it go ahead and block that. Just because there's kids on there, I'm not offended by what you did, but I'm just not gonna override that one. I'm not offended, but just if there are kids on here, I just want to avoid that myself. But like Dingo and Zoot in the movie, they had to go and find the Holy Grail. And they set out and they split up. And I think it was Sir Galahad the Chase. He was the Virgin Knight. Oh, this is really lighting up the chat. And when he gets to this, I think it's Castle Anthrax, he saw a beacon. He saw the beacon in the sky. It was an image. He figured God was leading him to the beacon, and he ended up at Castle Anthrax. And he was met by Zoot. And I can't remember. Yeah, the holy. But he got there, and Zoot was kind of flirting with him a little bit. And he forced his way past her, and he went searching for the Holy Grail. And then he ran into the girl again, and it was her, and he called her Zoot again, and she goes, "No, I'm Zoot's identical twin sister, Dingo." And then he goes, "Don't delay me anymore. I must find the Grail." And she goes, "There's no Grail here." And he's like, "I've seen it. I've seen it." And she goes, "Oh, Zoot has been so wicked." And because I think Zoot explained to him that it was the only people at the castle were 80 of women ages 16 to 19 who did nothing but make exotic underwear. That was their life. That's what they did there. And there were no men there. There was no Grail there. And Dingo lets him know that they have a beacon, and it's Grail shaped. I don't know. All I can tell you is how it's supposed to work. Maybe when those things get blocked, let's try it again after I get the emote police turned off, because basically it was only supposed to be like, hey, you're out of timeout, jail. But I'll get the emote police turned off, and then we'll try it again. But I'm not kidding you. If we get this thing going, whether it works or not, I think this will fire up the chat. I think this is a really good thing. But all I can do is tell you what it's supposed to do, and it was only supposed to be the Twitch emotes. And if you fired them all, you should have hit them. You should have absolutely hit them. Maybe you have to do them one at a time. I have no idea. But when I was looking at the info on this, they had one person that put 1 in, and they had one person that put 3 in. This thing's probably a little oversensitive. It's probably easier to get timed out than what it should be. And see, once you guys help me unfuck everything and we get it working, I'll put you guys in the excluded area so you won't get bothered by this shit quite so much. But right now, I need to know if there's a problem, because you guys are still going to talk to me. But if somebody comes in and they get just hammered by this crap, they might not come back to another stream. Oh, yeah, here we are. If you guys look at the screen now, I'm actually going and I'm up there where my trading hall is, and you can see some of the work that I've gotten done and having the masons up there. But no, he was told that there was a beacon that Zoot must have lit, and it's it's Grail shaped, and that's why he's there. And he goes, "You mean there's no Grail?" And she goes, "No, bad, wicked, evil Zoot." You know, she's just going off on her twin sister. And then so Dingo's the good one, and Zoot's the kind of the naughty one. And she goes, you know, and here at Castle Anthrax, we only have one punishment for lighting the beacon shaped, the Grail shaped beacon. He goes, you must tie her down and give her a good spanking. And as soon as she said a good spanking, all the girls that are hanging around go, a spanking, a spanking. And she goes, yes, you must tie her down and give her a good spanking. And then after that, you may do with her as you wish. And he's like, oh, I really should get going. And then Dingo goes, and then spank me. And then all the girls are like, and spank me, and spank me, and spank me. And she goes, yes, yes, you must give us all a good spanking. And then she goes, and then the oral sex begins. And so Galahad goes, well, I guess I could stay for a little bit. And the next thing you know, John Cleese comes in. I forget what, I can't remember what John Cleese's character, he might have been Lancelot, but he comes in, he goes, he fights his way through, he shoves all the women, so he's got his sword out ready to go to work, and he's like, I got here just in time, I need to get you out of here. And he's like, no, I think I'm okay. I think, he goes, oh no, he goes, this is too perilous. And he goes, yeah, but as a knight, shouldn't I go out and face all the peril I can? He goes, it isn't healthy for you. And he's hauling him out of there. And then all of a sudden he goes to him, he goes, I bet you're gay. And then John Cleese's like, no, I'm not. And that was one of the funniest scenes in the movie that they did there. There were like 10 or 12 girls standing around. She goes, yes, you must give her a spanking and then spank me. And then the girls are like, and spank me, and spank me. It was like a spank-a-palooza going on in the movie. Oh my God, we really lit up I don't know how much this affects them, but we really lit up the damn thing today. Yeah, the raffle's kind of cool because as far as I can tell, that's one of the few things in here. I think bingo's the same way. It's one of the things you can join that you don't have to use any points in. Do points, not rank. Do points. Yeah, the cheddar is done through Stream Elements, and I'll put some more points in when I get in there to mess with everything. At least I'll try to remember to do it, and you'll have some points in there for Streamlabs. But Stream Elements, you can actually get points on both by hosting, or supposedly. And if you raid the channel, you'll get points. And at least you're supposed to. But I think you might have to, like, I don't know about yours, but on like mine, if I click the screen, there's a menu on it and I can host from there. I've never actually gotten it to work where you host or raid from the chat. Never gotten that. It's supposed to allow raids, but I don't know. And but yeah, it's supposed to give you points when you host it. And the more active you are in chat, both of them are supposed to give you more points for being active in chat too. And for being followers, you're supposed to get a bump in points too. But no, on the Stream Elements one, when I do the raffles or when the bingo's another one, you don't need any points to join. So the raffles are a good way to give people points that might not otherwise have them. Yeah, nobody joined the heist, so I had trouble. Nobody joined the heist. I was all alone on the heist, so it didn't work. That's the thing on the heist, and I don't think I'm going to change it. It's more successful if you have extra people. If you just got one person doing it, it's not as likely to succeed. There is a way to do it in chat, and yeah, okay. There's a way to do it in chat, and I'm not entirely sure what it is, but as soon as the stream is over, I can't run the website. If I try to run the website, it starts clogging up the CPU. But when the stream is over, I'll open the Streamlabs and the Stream Element page, and I will work on getting rid of the emote police. They might be on both, but there's at least one of the bots that has the emote police turned on, and I will try to remember to do that right after the stream. Okay, I don't know what you did. Okay, I don't know why that. Yeah, I don't know why you got timed out on that. Those I don't understand. I don't know why that's timing you out on those. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I can figure the. That's the commands. Everybody is supposed to be able to use those commands. That one I don't understand. I really don't. Some of the other ones it actually told me like what you said, like what word it was. The only thing I can think of is maybe you were spamming that. Maybe it thought you were spamming the chat. I'm going to have to loosen some of that shit up. Man, this is the most action I've gotten off of my timers. This is good. This is really good. Yeah, I'm gonna have, but like I said, a lot of this stuff is just turned on. It's either turned on by default or it's stuff that I just turned on. I haven't played with the settings yet, and I don't really have the time. A lot of this stuff goes by so fast, I don't even see it, especially when I was trying to play, and now I can keep an eye on it a little bit better. But I've got the moderators turned on, and I have to have them on, but I need to find a way to get them to lighten the hell up a little bit. As soon as I get some of this crap figured out, I'll just make you guys moderators, and then you'll be able to eliminate some of that BS when it pops up. But for right now, I actually need to be aware of it so I can at least fix what I can figure out on it. But the moderators that it's talking about, it's basically the bots. Well, I'm up to 6 viewers now, so whoever's in there, go ahead and say something in the chat. Hey, let's do one more raffle because I think this is almost over. We got one person in there. Just type in join to join the raffle and you'll get a little bit of channel currency. We were doing bingo earlier and I need to actually change some stuff to get that working. Well, one of them is me. That means we got a person in there. Like from my end of it, I can't see who's on. Oh, we're back down to 5. They left. Hang on, I'll do another raffle as soon as I hear this come over the stream. I'll do another raffle so you guys can join. When I'll see if I can make those raffles last longer. This is all by default, but right now, as soon as I type it in, you got 30 seconds to join. I'll see if I can link. I don't know if I can, but I'll see if I can lengthen that out to a minute. Yeah, the raffles aren't a guarantee, but it's at least a chance for some of the people to join in and they'll actually get points. And there might be some more I can enable, but I think I've got all the good ones from, I think we've got all the good ones from the, from both bots. Yeah, this one's sped up slightly. I think it does sort of smooth the stream out a little bit, but it makes the villagers sound a little funny when they chirp on there. You know, the nice thing is because I don't have to play, all I got to do is talk a little bit. I'm actually lasting longer in the stream. This, I think, is working out. Because I was playing that Minecraft Dungeons early. I'll be streaming that hopefully tomorrow sometime after lunch. It'll be like a bonus stream. So anybody that can make it, that would be great. But it'll be, I can't give you an exact time because it's not a planned, usually Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are the only scheduled streams I got. But I'll try and do that tomorrow because I need to get my days and my hours back up. And if I get at least 2 or 3 people to watch it, that'll help me keep my viewers up because I need those averages up too. But oh yeah, here I set some fires on accident. I ended up grabbing the lighter instead of the shooters. When I was playing Minecraft Dungeons earlier, about a half an hour is all I could do on that, and I started getting lightheaded. Thing is, I might have been just because I had just come up the stairs. I don't know. I might have got lightheaded sitting here doing nothing, but I don't know if it was from playing the game or yeah, I'm not kidding you. This is working out really good. I'm happy with it. I feel good. Down the road, I might try and take that delay out because I put the delay in there because I think it was better for the way I was playing. I think it made it easier for my system. But now that I'm not trying to stream and host it, I think I can get rid of that delay so there won't be as much of a gap between what I'm doing and what happens on the stream. I gotta add to that because I'm spending like when I'm over here, it's actually producing enough wheat. I've got to put a feature in there where I've got more of them in there, and then if there's any overflow, I've done it on all the other vegetable farms that are there. Any overflow, instead of it backing up to them to where they will get filled up and ruined. I've got it going into a hopper. Any overflow, basically all of them that are running, except for the wheat farm, about half of what comes down goes into the hopper or the. Yeah, that should help the lagginess, but it'll also help the responsiveness. I don't have to wait like a half a minute or a minute to find out what I just said. But the about half of what comes down goes into the composter, and then if it fills up, all of it'll go into the composter. I've got that for the potato farm, the radish farm, and the carrot farm. I need to do something like that for the wheat farm. And I don't know if it made a difference, but the one that I did, because they both looked about the same to me, but the one that I did for the first part of the stream, I switched it to a different render mode. Can't remember. It's one of the settings in OBS, but it's you've got different ways you can render it, and it affects it when it's downscaling, and I have to downscale it. And I went to the one that was supposed to be the fastest one and give you the lowest CPU load, but when I was watching it, it looked like it was really jerky. But when I watched it, it didn't seem so bad. But when I was watching it while I was doing, when I'd sneak a peek at while I was mining, it looked really bad on the screen. But what recorded didn't seem as bad. So for the second part, after your stream the other day, I changed it to the one that takes up more CPU cycles, but it's supposed to be a sharper image. And I'm not really noticing that much of a difference, but I might try the other one and see if it's even better. Because I think it's going to affect it more when it's recording, because the output is supposed to be the same. So when I'm streaming it, I think it's already sized to what I need to stream it at. So that's why it's easier on the CPU. Because when I record it at what it needs to be for the finished product. And then when it's streaming, it doesn't actually have to downsize the video to put it up on the internet. I'm down to 4 viewers now. We're dropping. This should really help my rates, though. This should really help when we get done. because it was a nice long stream, and I had at least 4 or 5 people for the majority of it. So that should really help my numbers out. I appreciate you guys helping me out with this. Yeah, I gotta loosen up the chat police on this, because they flagged a whole bunch of stuff that just should not have been a problem. Oh my god. Fucking BC's putting the actual commands in that you're supposed to be able to put, and it was flagging them and blocking them. That's just not right. If I'm remembering right, we are almost at the end of this. This worked out pretty good. I did a little over 2 hours worth of recording, and I'm getting about 2 hours of a stream. So that, that's the thing. If I actually do about an hour and a half to 2 hours of recording, I'll get more than an hour for my stream. Anywhere between 1 and 2 hours. Yeah. Like I said, man, a rising tide lifts all the boats. So anything we can do to help each other, out should help. I mean, I'm not kidding. Even the little stuff like Crow gets on when she can, or I don't know if Crow's a guy or a girl. Going by her drawings, I've always thought she was a girl, but I'm not sure. But Crow gets on and helps out when Crow can. And it really doesn't matter. The person is a Minecraft player, and she's a member. What do you mean? What do you mean by non-account views? As far as I know, like, those count. Like when if you come on with more than one account, they all count as far as I know. The only thing anything that shows up during the stream counts. The only stuff that I don't think counts is all the views that come up afterwards. I'm not entirely sure, but I think they do, but I'm not 100% positive on that. Yeah, well, I know being active in chat means more than not being. If you're a lurker, being a lurker does count. But the ones that are not technically a Twitch account, I don't know. I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Because that's the part that kills me. I occasionally put up a video that'll have like 10, 15, 20 viewers, because as soon as the stream's over, if you go on and look at your videos, you'll see that says 0 views, because it already counted the ones in the stream, and then when it becomes an archived video, it starts out at 0 again. And yeah, being active in the chat does count for something, but when I'm looking at my metrics to become an affiliate, it doesn't really have too much in there. It basically tells me I need 50 followers. I need so many hours within I don't know if it's the current month or a rolling month, but you need so many followers, you need so many hours, you need so many days of streaming, and then you need an average of 3 viewers. And those are the metrics that it tells you. I think I've got all of them. Those are the metrics it tells you need to become an affiliate. But it does seem like when your chat is active, they crow about a little bit. But it isn't shown for me as one of the metrics that I have to meet. Maybe that's a metric you need to become a partner. That I don't know. But to become an affiliate, they are not throwing that up there. but the way it refers to it is as unique viewers. And I don't know that they give you like unique viewers. And then the other thing they mentioned, they're like, you had so many unique viewers for the stream. Maybe they're only counting the ones that, are officially Twitch. I don't know. I honestly don't. I think they count, but I'm not 100% sure. And the other thing that they tell you when I get my stream report is how many total viewers. Like I've had as many as 8 or 9. Now that never shows up unless they stay for a while. It doesn't show up and tell me how many viewers I got. But I've had as many as 8 or 9, but I think they only stay for like a couple minutes. Or if you get somebody that sticks around for a bit, you have quite a few followers. So I don't know. They might not count the ones that are not official because up until recently, those were not getting ads. Because I've been seeing some of the chat. I think it's in Reddit. And there's some of the viewers that you can watch Twitch on and you avoid the ads. But because somebody said they thought they were getting away with something, and somebody commented that Twitch can turn that on anytime they want. Twitch is the one that is not requiring those to have, at least according to them. They might be full of shit, I don't know. But according to them in Reddit, Twitch is the one that allows those things to not have ads, and that's why people are doing it. But the last I heard, it sounds like Twitch was going to be enabling that, and they were going to start getting the ad revenue off of it. And I would suspect that if they're actually getting ad money from it, they will probably count it. Yeah, if you guys can hang out for a few more minutes, I think this stream is, from what I can remember, this one's almost done. I'm gonna run out of quartz, and I was getting lightheaded, so I pretty much just about rolled it up. And it looks like I'm back up to 5 viewers. So if we got somebody new watching this, welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Okay, that was the end of the stream. So I cannot begin to tell you, man, that was great tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you that came in, even the people that didn't stick around. You guys have been great. And it should be going to the end screen pretty soon, but I'll wrap this up. But I want to thank all of you guys for a beautiful stream. This has been, I think, by far one of my best streams today. Well, it's a lot easier to chat when I don't have to focus on staying alive in the game, because some of those people that play this, not all of them, but the Hermitcraft guys, a lot of them don't stream live on Twitch. They put YouTube videos up. But a lot of them ones that are playing, they're playing in creative mode. They don't have to worry about, or they got cheats on. Me, if I screw up, I can lose all my stuff. But I would, seriously, you guys were great tonight. I got some things. Okay, so if that's Mountain, that'll be like 6 o'clock here. Yeah, I will definitely try to make it. I'm not shoveling snow anymore, so I'm not having these periods where I basically get wiped out and fall asleep during the day. God, it felt good. I was so pissed off. I try not to get pissed because it just spirals my health into shit. But I was so flustered and pissed on Tuesday because that shit wasn't working. Okay, good. I'm gonna try and do one earlier, but like I said, it's gonna be a makeup stream. If you guys can't make it, but if you guys can just lurk at work or something like that, it would help out. But I'm gonna try and do that tomorrow. And yeah, it should be good. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that that's gonna hit. I'm really close now. You guys have been really the big help on it. Biker, I think, single-handedly got me about 10 followers when I was not streaming because my health was shit from the snow and stuff. But now the snow's gone. Doing the yard work, like, because it's a riding lawnmower, that doesn't seem to hit me nearly as bad. So the summer should be good, and then I'll have some problems next winter. Uh, but again, doing it this way, I might be able to, do better in the winter if I'm doing this piecemeal where I record it and then stream it. Yeah, well, hopefully, I'll be hosting you tomorrow night. If I make it, I'll be hosting you. Hopefully, Biker will be hosting you. And then maybe someone that notices my stream will stop in and follow you. Ah, well, you guys, seriously, I can't thank you guys enough. This has been great. And for anybody that watches this later, if you made it this far, or if you're catching this on YouTube, thank you so much, and try to make some of the live streams because that'll help out. But if you're hitting me up on Twitter, if you're hitting me up on TikTok, and if you're hitting me up on YouTube, it all helps. It absolutely all helps. So thank you very much and have a great day.